I grew up on a farm around Park, Kansas, which is in northwest part of Kansas. And my dad had a family tradition. Every year he would invite some guys out from Kansas City for opening day of pheasant season. And I was 8 years old. We were family would get up early in the morning around 5 o'clock. Mom would make a big breakfast, and we would all head out for opening pheasant season day. I was the youngest of 5 brothers, and didn't even have a gun yet, but Dad asked if I wanted to go out with him and get into the hunting time. And we got out to a big field, and he asked me if I wanted to walk in the line with the guys shooting, and I said sure. It would help fill in some of the gaps in the line to help scare the birds up. So we got on a big field, and about 2/3 of the way down through the field, a bunch of pheasants flew up, jumped out, and I was watching all the guns going off everywhere, and there was one bird come across the line and went over the top of us, about tree height, and just everybody was shooting, and 2 shots, birds going down everywhere. And I was looking up, watching this pheasant go over the top of us, and I felt something hit me, like sand. What was that? And I looked down, and I seen blood dripping from my eye. I jumped out of my shoes, didn't have the shoes tied, and I jumped out of my shoes and started screaming. And people looked at me like, what happened? And they run over to me and seen, and one of them hollered and said, I was shot. I just couldn't believe it. One of the guys hollered for Dad to bring the truck back he was down on the end of the field, hollered for him, motioned him to come this way and pick me up. We went back to the house. Dad got in the car and took me to the hospital, which is 7 miles away, to Quinter, and got into the hospital, and I was just scared. I didn't really hurt, but I just didn't know what was going on. I thought, man, I was shot. So we got there to the hospital, and the doctor got me in the emergency room, and looking at it took all afternoon to get the BBs out of me. There was I think 9 or 10 of them, but there was one next to my eye, my left eye. It had went underneath the skin and went 2 inches away, just real close to my ear, underneath the skin line. And like I say, it took all afternoon to get through, but I got back to the house. There was one, the doctor didn't want to go in next to my heart. There's one still in my chest today. So I guess when I was 8 years old, and I was real scared to being shot, but it wasn't the end of the world. And I guess the thing is, I think Dad quit having the people come from Kansas City after that weekend.